Imagine this: somewhere in ancient Egypt, more than 2,000 years ago, there stood a building so powerful, so mysterious, that if it had survived, humanity today might already be living on Mars, maybe even exploring other stars. And no, I'm not exaggerating. This wasn't some sci-fi spaceship. It was the Library of Alexandria. A place where the greatest minds of the ancient world collected everything humans knew: science, math, medicine, astronomy. Possibly even secrets about the cosmos that we haven't rediscovered yet. So the big question is, what space secrets did we lose when the Library of Alexandria burned? The Library of Alexandria was built in the Egyptian city of Alexandria, founded by Alexander the Great. It wasn't just a library like we imagine today, it was more like the Google of the ancient world. Scholars say it may have contained hundreds of thousands of scrolls, written in Greek, Egyptian, Babylonian, Indian, maybe even Chinese. Basically, it was humanity's backup drive. But on papyrus. And here's the crazy part: ships arriving in Alexandria were searched, and any scrolls they carried were copied. The originals went into the library, and the copies were given back. That means sailors, travelers, explorers, anyone who had knowledge, fed into this monster archive. Now, why does this matter for space? Because ancient civilizations were obsessed with the stars. The Babylonians recorded detailed star charts, the Greeks had people like Hipparchus, who calculated the Earth's wobble, the Indians created advanced astronomy texts like the Surya Siddhanta, the Egyptians aligned pyramids with Orion's belt thousands of years before we had modern telescopes. Imagine if all those scrolls, all that data, had been in Alexandria. We could have had a global collaboration of ancient space science in one place. So what exactly could have been lost? Let's speculate. Advanced astronomy. Some scholars believe the Greeks may have already suspected heliocentrism, the idea that the Earth orbits the Sun, centuries before Copernicus. Imagine if that proof had survived. We might have reached space 1,000 years earlier. Mathematics for space travel. The Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old computer that predicted eclipses, shows that ancient people weren't dumb. If just one such device survived, what other tech could have been described in those scrolls? Maybe formulas for planetary motion that we only rediscovered in the Renaissance. Maps of the stars. Some people believe we lost records of supernovae, comets, and even close planetary alignments. That means data we now painstakingly collect with telescopes might have already been charted by ancient eyes. Lost civilizations' knowledge. What if the Mayans or other cultures had contributed scrolls too? We know they were insanely good at astronomy. Alexandria could have had a universal star encyclopedia. Of course, the saddest part is that we don't even know how the library was destroyed. Some blame Julius Caesar's siege in 48 BCE. Others think it was later, maybe multiple times. The truth? The library didn't just burn once, it died slowly, over centuries, through neglect, politics, and war. That's kind of poetic, right? Humanity's greatest knowledge bank didn't just vanish in one night. We lost it piece by piece, the same way we sometimes forget important things in our own lives. Here's a mind-blowing thought: if the Library of Alexandria had survived, humanity might have reached the Industrial Revolution centuries earlier, maybe even built telescopes in the year 500 instead of 1600. By today, instead of just landing robots on Mars, maybe we'd have cities on Mars. And think about this, maybe, just maybe, we'd already know the answer to the greatest mystery of all: are we alone in the universe? The Library of Alexandria reminds us that knowledge is fragile. One spark can erase centuries of progress. But it also reminds us of the opposite, that every book, every idea, every discovery matters. Because who knows? The thing we write down today Might be the lost scroll someone in the future is desperately searching for. So next time you look up at the stars, remember, we might have once known more about them than we do right now. And all of it went up in smoke. See you next time.